The prophet Jeremiah, in his prophecy, pronounces the judgment of Babylon by God. And in one section of that, there is a magnificent portion that talks about the incredible creative power of God. This is what Jeremiah says. Speaking of God, he says, "He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom. He hath stretched out the heaven by his understanding. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. And he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name." He says that God has founded the earth. He's the former of all things. God forms all things. He says he uses his power, his wisdom, and his understanding. That's what God used to create everything that he created. And then he compares him to the guy who makes an idol. And he says that by their knowledge, they're brutish. That word brutish means ignorant or stupid. It means to be like an animal. He says, when you compare the power, wisdom, and knowledge of God to the founder, the guy who has a foundry and he's casting idols, there is no comparison. God is infinite in wisdom and power and knowledge. And here's this poor dumb guy who thinks that with his tools, he can make an image of a God. He says the difference is this God that this man made had to be made by a man. But the real God, the one true God, he is the former of all things. And he calls him the portion of Jacob. Jacob, another name for Israel. What is their portion? Well, it's God. It's to know God. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. God is the one who forms all things. He is the one who made everything that you can see. When we come to the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 16, the Bible tells us this about Jesus. "For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist." What a magnificent reminder this morning that you cannot make a God. Lots of people have tried. There are lots of idols and have been lots of idols throughout time. But those are nothing but vanity made by stupid people, literally, that are trying to represent God after their own image. The problem is they completely misunderstand it's the other way around. God is the former of all things. He was here from the beginning, and he has made us, and he made us in his image. And so as we think about just who this God is that we worship, who the Lord Jesus Christ is, he is the creator. He made all things were made by him, and all things were made for him. That's why you exist. He made you for him. And he says, and by him all things consist. Not only did he make all things, but he holds all things together by his mighty power. I hope that you know him, and for sure, let's worship the Lord Jesus Christ today, because he is the creator. God bless you. Have a great day.